Come on. That should have been fine. That should have been fine. And almost. And welcome. Happy Star Wars Friday. So glad it's Star Wars Friday. The only thing would be better is if I had cake. I don't have cake yet. I will have cake, but not today. Pardon me. That said, welcome back to another Star Wars Friday. I am Brian. I appreciate you being here. Let me actually put this in here for the folks that do actually rewatch this. Book reviews at front. I will be on the M Nerdiverse Live podcast tonight. We will be talking all the things of the week. I'm sure we'll be talking some Punisher. Oh yeah, I finished Maul, my second full watch of it already. Yes, I know. I'm ready to go. Ready to go again. Whee! Um, we'll be talking Maul. Something else happened this week. I don't really remember what it is right now, though, so haven't done podcast prep. But that is not why we're here currently. That's just the link in the chat. Why we are here currently is because it is Star Wars Friday, and we have two book reviews for you. One is a reread, and I mean, I wasn't actually going to do a review on it till I read my review, which I don't normally do. My review is trash, so it did not deserve the hate. So, on that note, let us begin. Big E, welcome. Happy Star Wars Friday. Glad you can make it. We are just diving in. Star Wars Thrawn Ascendancy is the second book in the Ascendancy trilogy. I read this book. When was my first time reading this book? I don't know. When was the first time? 2022. Okay, so that was the start of my journey. I did not think that this book was great. The first two-thirds of the book is rough. So, let us come to today. This book is not bad, right? So, what we're doing is, first, if you don't know, the Ascendancy series is actually set up about Thrawn and the Chiss Ascendancy. There's no Jedi, even though there is a Skywalker, but it's the Chiss, what they're doing, and all the problems that go on with being a Chiss. And you know what? It's fantastic. I kind of hope that when we do get Ahsoka Season 2, don't get me started, that's what I'm going to rant. I will go on a rant this evening about Ahsoka Season 2. That is ridiculous. At any rate, I'm kind of hoping that we get a tad bit of Chiss since there seems to be room to grow. So this book is setting up, we're still learning more about Thrawn, about the Skywalkers, but essentially, and I can't go too much into it because it is a mystery novel, right? And once you know what the plot is, it kind of spoils the book. in its entirety. So what I'm going to say about it is first, we do get a big bad in here, a new big bad as compared to the first book. There's just as many space battles going on. We have um, Admiral Arlani. I wasn't going to pronounce it correctly. Admiral Erlani, a lot of space battles, a lot of strategy, a lot of just how Thrawn operates in general, a lot of dialogue in regards to back and forth between him and the crew because, it's Thrawn. He's a tad bit strange, but he gets good results. So there's a lot of questioning and explaining. So it's a bit of a puzzle book. And this particular puzzle is fantastic. The first time you read this, I remember, I don't know why I was so harsh in my review. The first time you read this, like, it's great how it all comes together. You're like, oh, holy crap, that's cool. I didn't see any of that coming. So, it does a great job of leading you down that road. There's action. I wouldn't say there's pacing issues. It's just a Thrawn book. It's detailed in its conception because Thrawn is detailed in his conception. Um, do we get enough Thrawn in this book? There's never enough Thrawn. Right? There's never enough Thrawn in my freaking opinion. So, no. But I don't know why I was hard on this book. This book is going to get a upgrade for me to a 4. I have no idea why I said it was rough. So, I will be rewriting that review, which is basically going to be this. But yeah, we're upgrading this to a 4 because it just does not deserve that hate. Let me see what else did I happen to say about it. It doesn't get to the point early in my Star Wars journey. You know what I mean? 2022, I want to say, is when I just started. So it's like I didn't understand necessarily Thrawn as a conceptual figure being very detailed. If you read Stephen King books, I'm not going to say it comes across like a horror novel, but it does have a level of detail to it, which now I just eat up. Like, I can't get enough of. So, we are mostly aboard starships. Not nearly enough Thrawn. Sets up cool stuff. Yes, the next book is called Lesser Evil. I actually have that downloaded. It is coming. I'm going to start reading it. I was just waiting to finish this. Lesser Evil. And this is a 3-part series, and it's simply fantastic. So if you are not familiar with it, check it out. Our second book review is, I don't know, book 18. I have no idea. In the Star Wars High Republic series. I do think that I am getting to the end. I do believe I have 6 or 7 books left, and somehow this has managed not to be spoiled for me, even though the news about, and I'm not going to spoil it here, but there was news in a new Star Wars book that came out referencing Luke talking about these times, and I'm not going to say it spoiled it for me, but, I look at what I'm looking at a tad bit differently now, which is not awesome because this is a long freaking book series, and I'm just trying to get to the end. That said, Defy the Storm is a fantastic bounce back after what was the last book, which was just not necessarily awesome. So we are back with some of our mainstays in Defy the Storm. We are back with Vanestra Rowe, who we have not seen for 6, 7, 8 books. After Starlight Beacon fell, she's like, you know what? I just got to walk away. And she has been gone. So she now comes back with her lightsaber whip and everything. And we also have much of the Xantekas, who are the constructs of much of the Skywall, the storm wall that the Nihil have put up. And we have the Grafs, and they don't like each other. It's like an old Wild West feud. The Grafs versus the Zantakas, and they have to work together because what we are doing in Defy the Storm. I don't mind spoiling this because it's awesome, and you should read the whole series. Just read the whole series. But we're trying to find a way through the storm wall. That's what the last 4 or 5 books have been about. How the hell are we getting through this storm wall that the Nihil has put up? And the crew manages to do things, and so it is interesting how it's laid out. I would say that the ending, the epilogue as it was, brought in something that they haven't talked about in 10 books. And I was like, who is this? And it took me a minute, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I know. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. So it does do a very good job of starting. I don't want to say to concluding the story, but I feel as though that we are getting the band back together finally. There is some reckonings to be had in this book, and I would imagine some reckonings to come from what has taken place in this book. And let's see, can't really get in on there. But Vanestra Rowe, young Vanestra Rowe, we know Vanestra Rowe in Acolyte. That Vanestra Rowe is like 120 years old. This Vanestra Rowe is like 18, 17, maybe 16. Oh, she does do something cool in this book. I've never seen another Jedi do this because Vanestra is the youngest Jedi ever at this stage. Because not because of some accident, but because she's that freaking awesome. They're like, yeah, you're good. 14? Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. She reconnects with someone, her Padawan, and she literally just like cuts his brain. He's like, "Can you do that?" She's like, "Yeah, just did." It's like, oh, you roll like that, then yeah. So Vanestra Rowe is one of my favorite characters just because of how stupidly powerful they've made her. Um, there's an interesting story to tell, and I know that just seeing the acolyte, she has to play a large role in how this all concludes with the Nihil. In this book, we don't get a lot of Nihil. I have to tell you, that's not a bad thing. Because when the Nihil are around, man, it's downer, downer, downer times. Like, they ravage, and it is not fun. And the Jedi are not having a good time. So if you are a Jedi fan, you were just mired in, like, this is not going well for us. So it's nice to have a break from that. The next book, I think I got the next book. Hold on. I think I downloaded that as well. And I was going to talk about that. No, I have not. I got 3 other random books. Well, 1 other reread, 2 other new ones. So, um, Defy the Storm is going to end up getting a it's going to get a 3 out of 5, but not because it's just an average book, but in comparison to some of the other books, it just does not necessarily have the scale and spectacle and just like holy crap factor. So, um, it's a 3 out of 5, and that's if it was any other book series, it'd be a 4. But the High Republic and their 18 freaking books or 25 books, you know, you're a victim of your own success. So, full review will be up, but that has been our Star Wars book reviews for this week. Next week, we will probably be talking about, I'm assuming, yeah, I'll finish it. Where the hell is that? The super surprising Poe Dameron Freefall audiobook, which You look at the cover. You're like, what is this? This is a sneaky freaking good book, man. This is a sneaky freaking good book, and I'm excited to see how it concludes. We're about halfway through, so that is what's coming. Junior novel, this is like a 9-hour audiobook. So I just think, and again, I judge books by their cover. So anyway, this cover, super cool and deserves all the coolness. Even though you got a lot of Nihil. There aren't that many Nihil. I guess. I mean, fine. There's Nihil, but there's not that much Nihil. And Thrawn, Ascendancy, Lesser Evil. Go read yourself a Thrawn book. Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave it at a 3 right now because that's where it was at. So anyway, oh no, that's the other book. Pardon me. Oh, spoiler alert, I gave that one a 5, and I don't even remember why, but it's Thrawn. It's so freaking good. If you haven't read that series and you want to know more about the chess, pick up these books and, learn more about the chess. Very, 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 very little Empire referenced in there. Not that it's not there. So, on to our game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the last I remember, we had just made it to Mandalore. And I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. Yeah, I know. I didn't play Subnautica 1. Oh no. Yeah, my sound had to have been on because I heard myself. Oh shit. I was like, what the hell just happened? Go away. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Does anyone else have any um, Star Wars quotes that they say all the time? I say, it's not my fault. I also say, what's the one C-3PO uses? Goodness gracious me. Thank you, Big E. Thank you. I appreciate that for the good book reviews, sir. Out here taking a bullet for everybody, you know what I mean? Pardon me. So, we had just made it to... Were we just leaving? Or did we just make it? Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess we have to go back. Because that is what we were doing, and that is the only option. So, that is where we're headed. Yeah, man. Defy the Storm was a really good book.
Until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of travel. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you, and you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway. I don't have it in me. The Sith aren't known for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable that the Sith, and then my people, would be eradicated or enslaved. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
No, we really won't.
Hawk is patched up and ready to go. When you're ready to depart,
holy crap! A 12K run.
to the ship.
I mean, my goodness gracious. It's a long way. I hope you had like a milkshake when you were done or something. I know he said go back to the ship, but I missed what else was said. And I don't really know what there is to do here. So, can I just move on? Yeah, man. I mean, I hope you're not doing anything this weekend. Dude. That's awesome, though. Oh, all the Mandalorian fighters are gone now. It's a different type of place now. Super dire and mellow. How the hell do we get out of here? Oh, training for half. Bro, that's awesome. That is awesome. Running takes mental fortitude. Quite literally.
You have fought more battles on Isis.
After the ambush, Kelburn's been pushing to get the entire... So, I have work I gotta...
Uh-huh. I mean, you know. I'm not a big quitting guy, but, you know, I have a list of things I call dailies that I do every day that are like in 7 different categories. And they're relatively simple things. But, you know, it keeps you on task and fairly, you know, disciplined with your time and effort. That said, every day you're like, I'm going to stop doing that. So, to be running and be like, nah, I'm just going to keep running. I'm like, nah, bro. In fact, I ran during COVID because, you know, I didn't necessarily have health insurance, so I didn't want to get sick. So I figured it was the only way I'd know if I got sick. But I didn't like running so much that I just ran in my house in place for like 10 minutes and then I'd stop. Because once I want to stop, like, that's part of the thing about running I hate. It's like, oh, you're out running? Well, you gotta run back. You know? And what if you want to wait, what have you done running? So, good on you, man. That's awesome. You've been running like all your life? Something you like to do in general? I really hope the ship moves this way. It's insane. Awesome. That's awesome. I do like to watch running. I like watching endurance sports. Mainly because, yeah, no. I do work out, though. I mean, I'm not opposed to a freaking push-up. Let's roll, but at the same time, God, am I going the right way to get to the ship? Yes. Yeah, you know. Part of building character that they don't really tell you about, you know what I mean? You gotta kind of figure it out on your own. Not to say I have character, but it's like, yeah, I get up and do things without people telling me to. It's not always easy. Even at this ripe old age. It's like, damn, that's a pain in the ass. In fact, it may be getting harder. That's funny. At least damn it, I could have took the guide back.
So you fought against the Mandalorians in the war?
I was part of the war effort, yes. I
ran cross country.
You fought on the front line.
I was not fast.
For a Mandalorian, there is honor in that.
I could do without your Mandalorian honor.
I had one
saw
really
the
good
results of
race
your
because I was
honor,
a sprinter.
The absolute destruction your warriors
I like blue path,
Look at
like
now.
10, 12
Mandalorians are little
people at
better
the
than
end.
mercenary thugs.
That's the highlight.
And what's honor to someone like that?
I
All they
did
care about
lose
are
like
credits.
a
I
sprinting
were you, I'd
championship
pick your
for like
words
my
more
team though,
carefully.
because I like blew a hammy, and that was the last leg, and they got me a full lap lead, and I wound up like coming in third. I mean, like the hamstring was like, I don't know what you want me to do, but I felt really bad. It was awful. Not fun on the ride. Yeah.
You fought for no cause other.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you, but
You didn't.
the Republic took us too lightly.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Defeat is part of a...
Doesn't it even bother you that your people were almost destroyed?
People die in war.
Well, I'm glad.
Fight.
AI viewers, I'm a huge AI fan. Like, what are you guys doing? You making a bunch of automated AI like viewers talk to you? I mean, where are we going? I have to bide my time. Let me go to freaking Underground, I mean, no, I don't want to talk. Alright. We will go to Narshadar. Yes! Have my tickets. I will be there Saturday afternoon. Me and my brother are headed there. I don't know why the cutscene is so bad. Normally they get that right when the images run. We'll be there, and I'm super stoked. I know a lot of people are bagging on this movie, but I have no idea what, like, it's gonna be a big,
Well,
like...
here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War.
Too many Mandalorians were scattered out.
Nar Shaddah's a rough place and easy to get lost in.
I don't know, like, it's gonna be a big bag of fun. Like, I have no idea what people were expecting. Like, it says in Mandalorian season, like, 3, like, it ends with, yeah, you have to take him on his journey. So what did you think was gonna happen? Like, he's gonna go on his journeys. He's gonna go fight cool things. He's gonna go be a Mandalorian. Like, you can't do that. Like, we could skip all of that, but why? You know what I mean? Like, that's the good stuff. So, no, man, I am super stoked. I've rewatched Mandalorian probably about 5 times, give or take.
It won't be easy. We're gonna touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic. Anyone flying the Star Lanes is docked on Nar. Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. We're gonna.
Why won't you? Yes. Oh,
It means
fine.
not trust.
I know what it is.
Yeah. So. Not everyone. I play.
Damn it. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to sit and just wait till that thing hits Disney Plus, probably around Thanksgiving, I don't, you know what, I don't think it's going to be the type of thing where it's like, oh God, if I don't see this, I'm going to miss like some huge, it's going to be a bunch of explosions and like Mandalorians and Zeb. It's gonna be fun. So in fact, if my brother hadn't wanted to go, I would have went simply because it is what I do. But I'm also don't necessarily go to the movies because like,
Perhaps you have heard
why
that
do I
the
want to spend
Jedi
like
come
$30
to
on some popcorn and a movie
While
when
he
I can
walks
just make
upon the
popcorn,
smuggler's moon, he is not
have a
to be harmed.
sandwich,
You may watch him,
pause, turn it
observe
off
his
if it's
movements,
bad.
but nothing more.
So, I will be headed there. But yeah, no, I'm super stoked.
You must.
I do. This is gonna be a rough spot, huh?
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination
You know what?
protocols and
I somehow
commence
managed to
firing at
avoid spoilers. Like Maul, I didn't watch that on Mondays. I generally watched it either Thursday or a couple of times I got to it Saturday, and I was never spoiled. And it's like, just don't look. If you're on socials, you know what I mean? Jedi comes up, just avert your eyes. I do that with a lot of stuff because it's all there just to
Huge
capture your
extension decay of
attention, so it's
desperate
hard to
living.
stop.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead.
That's funny.
The contrast is like a blade.
Word of warning.
There are, and I
fall
have
for
only
hours.
read it 2 or 3. There are a couple of young Boba Fett books that go into the Boba Fett books, and one of my buddies, he's been talking about Boba Fett books forever, and I have yet, because I like to come across these things in the wild, and it's like, I've never seen that, let's grab it. Or unfortunately, there was a Patreon that just recently closed down, and they had like 100 and something of the young Star Wars books in order listening, and it was just awesome. I did GPT that list so that I can at least see what they are in order. But yeah, just Google like young Boba Fett series. There's an entire series, freaking cool. Mandalorians. Do 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 do. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't been in a book yet.
Sure, most of the landing. Well, I mean,
You think
not
about
this
it,
one.
they've already
They
made
all
a
have the
book
reputation,
about
so we should be all right.
Star Wars Outlaws, those two. We have 2 or 3 books about the High Republic people already.
No, but the refugee sector's a dead zone.
I
Sure.
forgot to give away my pass.
It does not matter where we go. If what we...
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't... Whatever we do, I say we get the Hawk's ID signature changed while we're here. Might keep us from being...
It is not your choice, Adol. What is it you wish to...
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people...
The moon is a swarming cloak, a shadow of emotions. It is an effective
You will not come near the Jedi.
You mistake my intentions. I care nothing for this Jedi. But if finding him will speed our journey...
We do not need...
Enough. This moon does not get any smaller while we debate.
Thank you.
This sector is as good as any...
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense... might as well
Yeah.
start as soon as
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Not Ventress. Freaking... She has the antenna coming out of her head. She's one of my favorite bounty hunters, but I can never remember her damn name. From Clone Wars series. She's a big mainstay in the book.
Alright, if you have any questions, just ask.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Let not be... No, really? I got another ship coming in, and unless you...
Aura Singh, thank you. Thank you, Aura Singh. I can never remember my name, but I'm a huge, huge fan of Aura. She's awesome. And in the extended universe, she's written very much
That's none of your
like
business. All you need
like
to know
Ventress
is...
is. She's a Force user.
Yeah? Well, this is the first... You call the shots.
It is gonna be trouble. That was my fault. Yeah, she is. Yeah, you know. This is not going to necessarily be easy, Narshadar. You know, yeah, we'll just take the old mainstays. It was an accident. It worked. Which makes the Venestra news very interesting, because you can actually see in Venestra's character, she's a bit like... much like Devon. Devon.
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've...
Biggie, thanks for stopping in. God bless, my friend. Get some ice. Eat a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly. With a slice of cake in the middle. Ah, it's the freaking best. That's my suggestion. Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Narshit. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. You don't. He comes to you. Whatever.
Well, that makes up for it. That makes up for it. See? I'm not bad. I'm not a bad guy, man. I'm not a bad guy. Not a bad guy.
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Thank you.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a... The Force binds all things. The slight, even an act of kindness, may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Very well, but mind what I have said. Use...
Kira, don't worry, man. We're gonna come to a head, bro. At some point. At some point. I mean, I guess, yeah, I can go into that. So... what I actually think... is going to happen is next season Devin is going to train with Maul, and then Lawson is going to come back. What the hell's going on here?
Dovrei kun mwili Tiun Watakratunji Muliwrawa.
And Lawson is going to live and end up telling Devin what Thrawn did. And Devin's going to lose her mind. But ultimately she's going to lose because it's Maul. Now, it's a little on the nose, so maybe not. But
Loka kamaran endoso ran we noche. The ranamosibu and that. The ranamosibu and Dasaran.
does it exist? No. But there must be one somewhere.
Me koga rifti noso me mastolo. Yokolo po. Hoshman fu ni wado de kuta ma sapa. Tongi wama. Sotimo insando crampadon. Tonichi ramagrinzo mos rapana. Rakacho motni chora. Hoshman fu ni wado de kuta ma sapa. Poso ma oritush. Dokini kama renzo ni inash di.
Would you actually take something from the box? There you go. That one credit? Oh, that's nice. I mean, it looks nothing like Nar Shaddaa. Well, I guess it is the High Republic. Never mind. some point it must have got leveled.
Bogration Contichaum, King Lord Tithe. Tapichayu Bong, Chijiskap. Chupayu Bong Labo, Nihun Kagratuk, Jimut Malabist White Wa, Yomawa Mani Boba, Lorda Wish Wangash, Nihun Kagratuk, Jimut Malabist White Wa, Chopiti Man Punjame, Sashange Bedwana. Chopiti Man Punjame, Sashange Bedwana Mulila, Chupawanga Una Conticha.
Alright, well. Just wandering around the docks. You're having some streaming issues currently.
Ah, you are here. You felt it, did you? The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to... You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it in. Such is the way of the Jedi Watchman in the time of Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have. It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your... From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your...
What are the higher mysteries of the Force? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, giggity. Giggity. Hey, the boats are out. People are boating. They're boating.
I hear you.
And on that note, that's going to be our stream for tonight. For today. I will be on the M Nerdiverse Live podcast tonight, talking all the things of the week. I want to wish you a very good Friday. Get out, enjoy the weather if you have nice weather, and yeah, just find something awesome to do. Eat something cool. Wash out.